NBA Finals are back, and we are back in action, guys. First and foremost, wanted to apologize for taking that long-ass break. I know you guys missed us, but we are back in action. And we're going to break down the NBA Finals, our picks, our trends, a couple little weird things we found out regarding NBA Finals, some refs you guys will see here in a bit. As always, I got my partner in crime, Salo. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. I missed the fellas. Sports bet Funny, you know what it is. But yeah, man, happy to be back. I know we took a big break.
Yeah.
It was mostly because of you, but it is what it is. We're back. We'll leave that for another day. So let's get back to action.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Salim almost got replaced, but luckily he's still in the show. He improved with his player props, and he's going to give you guys a big player prop lock in this episode. That's why he's here, to give you guys winners, or else he serves no purpose, right? But let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Kyrie going back to Boston. Porzingis going back to Dallas. The battle of the exes. What do you think about that, bro?
Bro, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Kyrie go back to Celtics land. You know, the last few times he's gone there, you know, he's getting booed, racist chants.
Big time.
Kyrie flicking them off. You know, it's gonna be cinema.
It's gonna be cinema, man. And I'm a fan of Kyrie right now, because this guy's gone through hell. From the media trying him, from Boston fans hating him, multiple fans hating him, to now going to Dallas, playing the way he's playing, leading that team. Because yes, Doncic is leading that team. He's the best players, but I think that veteran presence of Irving in that team, keeping him calm, cool, collected, making clutch shots when he needs to, and taking the role as the Robin, not the Batman, and he's cool with it. Yep. And I think that's why they're excelling so much. So I gotta give Kyrie props, because he went through hell. He is a unique person with his spirituality, how he thinks, how he talks, right? Very unique to every player in the NBA, but he finally found a home. Mark Cuban trusted him, man. I couldn't be happier for the guy, man. Mad props to Kyrie.
Yeah, no, I'm happy he's there, right? Everything he's been through, it almost felt like the NBA was conspiring against him.
Almost, bro.
And he, you know, he's got it done. He's that, you know, veteran presence. He's closing games out. You know, Doncic, he hits the big game winners, but, you know, this guy, when he needs to control the game, he'll go out there and he'll make those shots that are the nerve-wracking shots. So.
Yeah, no, he's clutch, man. And the media portrayed him one way. Boston and different teams portrayed him just very negatively, yet players still supported him. Like, LeBron has never talked shit about this guy.
He just said something, I think,
he's a wizard.
He's like, bro, he's magic. Like, yeah,
he's magic, man. So it's funny, right? Because the media always portrays something, and then the reality is another thing in sports and politics and everything, right? I'm happy for Kyrie. That's all I got to say regarding. But I think another elephant in the room, and might not be as big, but it's probably worse, is my boy Grant Williams. You go from being in the Celtics last year, get traded to Dallas, and because you're a little bitch, you get traded out of Dallas. Now you're in Charlotte, and you're seeing both your exes in the finals. Bro, I feel bad for you, man. I'd rather lose $100,000 than be in your position, bro.
Bro, that's crazy, right? This guy came from the Celtics. They do so good. He's like, all right, I'm going to the Mavericks. He thinks he's got it done, and then they just ship him off like a sack of potatoes.
The rumor was that this guy got into the locker room with Dallas, was wearing Tatum's shoes, right? Was wearing Tatum's shoes.
Let me not say the word. He's a kiss ass, but let me not say the other word.
Well, you can't do that when Luka Doncic's team, especially if you're coming into it.
Yeah,
and then apparently he was annoying us out. And I've seen a couple clips of Kyrie just looking at Grant like, you're a fucking dumbass, bro.
I think he was being too loud. I think that's the part I heard, that he was like a nobody so far, but he was, you know, expressing himself in ways that, like, it was like, come on, bro. Like, you haven't earned our respect yet to be talking so loud in the locker room.
Grant did that versus the Heat with Butler. And the moment he did that, he fucked the Celtics over. He talks a lot, man, but you don't have that big of a game, so sometimes you're better off shutting your mouth, dribbling, and calling it a day. The people that can talk, in my opinion, are LeBron James, fucking Kyrie Irving, Luka. If you're a top dog, if you're a smaller dog, man, you shouldn't be talking, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the main pick, the main prediction. Guys, I'm putting $10,000 on this play, and he doesn't know yet who I'm taking. He might be a little bit disappointed, but it's neither here nor there. But I'm going to give you guys right here 3 reasons why the Celtics are going to win the NBA Finals this year. It's this year's. It's young Mamba's year, Jason Tatum. And I know he hasn't been playing the best, but guys, Celtics 15-2 in NBA Finals when they hold the home court advantage. They're well rested. They had an easy route. Let's call it what it is. It was a cakewalk. Almost felt too easy. Every matchup had an injured player. Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell, and at the end, Halliburton.
So it's scripted.
So it's you can call it scripted, whatever it is. They've had an easier path. They gave Porzingis time to rest. So they're 15-2. That's reason number one. Number two, they can space out the floor well against Gafford and Lively. In my opinion, that's the key right there. Porzingis can shoot the three, Horford can shoot the three, and it's going to open up the lane for JT, Jaylen Brown, and Jrue Holiday, which in my opinion, calling it right here, this guy might be the MVP of the finals.
Little sprinkle.
Jrue Holiday, guys. I mean, he's the defense of that team. He's the point guard. He can score at will. He just decides not to, because when that guy turns up, he scores.
No, I mean, the guy's a beast. Ever since he was in the Bucks, I respected him, and I actually don't hate him because I feel like he's a very humble
We
superstar.
wanted him in the Heat, bro.
Yeah, he's a very humble superstar, so
yeah.
I hope it's him and not the other two losers, but
yeah.
whatever.
No, JT I like. I actually have his card. Jaylen Brown. But that's reason number two. And then reason number three, guys, money and all the support is going to Dallas. Everybody now believes in this Dallas team. And don't get me wrong, I told you guys prior to the playoffs starting that was one of my underdogs. Dallas, they were a dark horse in my opinion. But the issue lies that they depend on two players. If one of those two players doesn't play well, who's going to pick it up? Lively? Is Lively going to put 20 points? Bro, you better hope PJ Washington has a series and a half. They need either Jones or Washington or Hardaway to pick it up if they want to even compete. Because Boston's deep. And let's call it what it is, man. At least in my opinion, player by player, the best players in the NBA Finals, majority of them are Boston Celtics. So I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 players in the NBA, in the NBA Finals. I'm gonna give you an order. Number 1, Doncic. I'm not gonna fucking sit around and say I'm not gonna tell you Doncic, but I'll go number 2. I'll put Jason Tatum over Kyrie right now.
Role player.
Jason Tatum. Then I go Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Jrue Holiday, Porzingis. Top 5, yeah, but like if you go to top 10, they have better players. Bench-wise, they have better players. Hauser, Pritchard. They're deep, man. They're deep. The rest they have the home court advantage. Everybody and their mothers is going for Dallas just because they're the new hype team right now. It's gonna lead up to a perfect disaster for everyone. This series ends 4-2. Celtics money line right now -225. That's a gift. They're gonna win game 1. It's gonna go up to -300, -400. Now I'm gonna give you guys my predictions how it's gonna go. It's gonna put Boston game 1. They're gonna cover the spread. Dallas is gonna take game 2. Surprise underdog. Boston takes game 3. Dallas takes game 4. Boston takes game 5 and 6.
Okay, so you have them winning 4-2, game 6.
4-2. Game 6. Game 6.
In Dallas.
In Dallas.
Wow.
The NBA has to extend it a little bit or else it'd be a 4-0. But in my opinion, that's Boston. Guys, lock it in. I'm putting $10,000 on this. You guys will see the ticket here. As always, I put my money where my mouth is.
Donation.
In the Hard Rock.
Donation.
Not some random ass book or fake tickets like you're seeing nowadays by a lot of fucking guys.
Oh, so many.
Easy money, bro. Easy money.
All right, so now I'm gonna tell you my 3 reasons why I don't like your fucking pick. I'm going Mavericks, guys. That's it. I'm riding the fucking wave. I'm going with the public, even though I had them, at the beginning. But whatever. Said and done. Tony Brothers. The fucking Celtics are 2-10 in the last 12 playoff games with that guy refereeing.
2-10?
2-10. So that puts us on the Mavericks side, right? Then you have Scott Foster. That's another recipe for disaster. I can't believe those two guys are reffing an NBA Finals game together. But it's gonna be a show, right? You have cinema with Kyrie going back to Celtics.
Yep.
Now you got these two guys that they love refereeing and making these crazy calls. And number 3, the biggest reason of them all.
Like, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Like Rudy Gobert to Scott Foster?
Can't wait to see Scott Foster go fucking nuts. That's gonna be very
There's a
entertaining.
reason why that guy's in the finals, and he's always in the biggest games.
Why?
And you know it. I'm sorry for interrupting you, bro, but bro, there's been players, Rasheed Wallace, multiple players have come out talking shit about Scott.
Chris Paul and him have the craziest fucking beef. It has to do with like his son and this and that, and it goes like deeper into the league, and they've had like sit down conversations.
Yeah. So basically, Adam Silver sat down with Scott Foster and Chris Paul and was like, listen, guys, this is all for entertainment. So you guys need to stop with the bullshit. You guys know the game plan. You guys know who's gonna win this year. So you guys are messing it up by fighting so much. Just play into the role.
And Scott Foster just keeps going, bro.
Hey, man.
I love it. But back to my reasons. The third one, the biggest one of them all, is I have a futures on the Dallas Mavericks from the beginning of the playoffs. So I need that thing to cash, and it's gonna take us to the next level. And I'll show you guys my fucking ticket. But hey, easy money.
I love it, bro. But hey, transitioning a little to it, bro. Is the NBA rigged? Are we seeing a situation where the NBA is positioning refs in critical games so they can get the results they want? Are we seeing an easy route by the Celtics to get to the finals? It's their year, man. 2024, young Mamba. Like, I see it that way, right? But there's been a lot of weird situations. Like, a prime example, and I don't know if you guys agree with me or if you agree with me. Anthony Edwards, man. This guy in the beginning of the playoffs was balling, cruising by it. And the last 2 games against Denver and pretty much the whole series against Dallas, Dallas, this guy slowed down significantly. And it wasn't that he wasn't scoring the points. Yeah, he put up the points. It was just the style he played with. He was putting the points when they were getting blown out already. The aggression wasn't there. Like, he wasn't even trying, it felt like.
Yeah, he wasn't setting the tone from the get. Like the way he was at the beginning of the playoffs, that he was just going out there like, bro, killing everything in his path. Like, it didn't have that same energy.
Something changed, and we've seen a lot of different games, like New York against Indiana, man. That last game when New York ended up coming back, there was multiple fouls that they missed. Donovan Mitchell's injury, man, like right after they fucking tie at 1-1. That one's neither here nor there, but I think the manipulation does come through the refs, man. And if you guys don't believe that sports are scripted, I agree with you. I don't think they're scripted, but they are maneuvered. They are manipulated a little bit. And one little foul call, one way, changes momentum significantly. Let's put it this way, baseball, because we're starting to see with the umpires too. I think it was last week, 25 missed calls by this umpire against the Giants versus the Pirates. Out of those 25 missed calls, 21 were against the Giants. Out of those 21 missed calls against the Giants, 4 of them were in the 9th inning, where the Pirates scored 4 fucking runs. Guess where the money was that game? 99% of it was on the fucking Giants. And you're telling me the umpire missed 25 calls and over 80% of them were against the Giants? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
It makes no sense. Especially when they don't call a game both ways, because you could tell, right?
You can tell.
If the umpire is calling strikes on a certain zone that you're like, you don't agree with it, but at least it's both teams are getting the same type of calls. But sometimes it's just one way.
Sometimes when you see it, I'm just there like, and sometimes it's gone on our favor, and I'm just like, that's a fucking strike.
Yeah.
No, fuck it, right? But that was a strike, clear as daylight.
But I feel like it's gotten worse this year, right? Because
MLB worse.
Yeah. Like
Big
before, like it was very hard to manipulate games, but like this year, you're kind of looking at it and you're like, whoa.
Well, let me ask you this: you think it's gotten harder? It's gotten more obvious, or social media is blowing up so much with all these little things that it's being exposed more?
I think that could be it, right? That we just weren't aware of that manipulation before. Like, bro, prime example, we spoke about it early in the year. But the Yankees manager got kicked out over some nonsense that he didn't even say anything. Yeah. He gets kicked out, they lose the game.
Inning, and that was a game that
all the money
was in the Yankees. So it's like, there's money involved. I mean, you guys are not naive about this. Everything is money. Business is money. Sports is money. Entertainment is money, right? And these businesses are billion-dollar businesses, and they're going to protect their downside, and there's just a way around it, and it's all for the money, man. I think my last example here is Bronny, right? Bronny James. This guy's getting hyped up. This guy's basically going to get drafted to the Lakers. It's obvious as daylight, and it's all for the money. It's all for the storyline. I love it. It's a movie. Like, I think it's going to be amazing. Don't get me wrong. But
the guy plays basketball.
It's just an example as to what this industry is. It's all about the money. So if you think about it, if Bronny James, they're going to waste a fucking pick on this guy just for the money that's going to come.
First round, you think?
Yeah,
for sure, right? They're not going to let him slip up.
Jersey sales, meetings with father and son, fucking going into the Lakers practice.
They're going to do a 2-for-1 on the jerseys.
Bro, I'm telling you. It's like when James went to Real Madrid, bro. The sales of the shirt in a matter of months paid. Mbappe, bro. It's just like that, bro. It's all sales. So again, not judging it. I love the storyline. I can't wait to see Bronny and LeBron. That's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be historic. But it goes to show you, at the end of the day, it's all money related, right? It's going to make them a lot of money. NBA Finals, a fucking series that has most of the money. You guys don't think it's a little coordinated? Just a little bit. At least to manipulate it to go over 5 games. To have more of a percentage of favoritism over one team. Like, it's just there, man. And the more you do this, the more you start sports betting.
I wonder if most of the futures are on the Celtics side, though, right? So that'd make it an interesting conversation. But I do think that the series is going to go a long ways.
That's a great conversation to have, because I do think the Celtics have a lot of tickets on them.
A lot of futures.
NBA Finals probably right now Dallas, in the sense of just like the one-on-one. But I think futures for like the whole series,
so like
season.
Nuggets and Celtics were like the big heavy hitters.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's good. I agree. But I do believe this is Boston's year, man. And I'm sorry.
I mean, we said at the beginning of the year too, right? On Cafecito, when we did the reels, we would say it like it looked like Celtics years, like they were slamming them down our throats, and here they are coasting all their way through the fucking NBA Finals, and they're finally here. Like, the NBA wants this, you know, they want to put the Celtics finally at the fucking top. But let's see what happens, right?
Let's see what happens, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good finals. I'm excited for this to start. Let's see what happens. I would give you guys an NHL prediction. I don't know shit about NHL, so I'm gonna tell you guys Panthers.
I have an NHL prediction. I've been watching NHL the last few weeks. So
okay.
Slam the Panthers. Don't ask me why.
100 unit will.
100 unit will play.
Gotcha.
And if you want to parlay with the Mavericks.
Bro, we'll leave you guys with this. One last thing. So I'm going to be giving out my picks for every game for the NBA Finals. Every single pick. So obviously I just gave you guys kind of my script in a sense. But you guys want to know if I'm taking the spread. I'm not going to take money line Boston, right? If they're minus 300, I don't take that type of place. You guys want to know if I'm taking them first half, second half, all that good stuff. Just comment on the YouTube comments below. script, and I'll send you it all for free, guys. That's my gift to you guys for staying all the way to the end of the show. Again, we're back in action. We'll be posting more of these videos every week moving forward. We're back in action. Might be with him, might not be with him, we'll find out, but
I'll be here.
Hey, any parting words to the crowd?
We're gonna go Gafford under points, rebounds, and assists game 1. Lock it in.
Wow, that looked like you studied that one through, guys.
I think it was like a 12.5 last time I checked. We're going under, baby. Let's go.
All right, guys. Yeah, so with that said, take over, and I'll catch you guys next time, all right?